¿Cómo te metes aquí si estás en vivo? ¿Sí está en vivo? Hi everybody, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna get started like in one more minute. Just make sure everybody gets readjusted because the Facebook Live went down, so we're gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna try to get situated here. Okay. ¿Cuántos? How many viewers? ¿Quiénes cuántos también? ¿Cuántas? We're just gonna give it one more minute because I believe we had some viewers that logged off and then it has to log back in. How's everybody's doing? How's everybody's Pride Month going around? Make sure to visit the page often because we have some great activities in the Facebook page for the Drag Queen Story Hour and also for the BRC page. We'll have some activities there for throughout the lineup for the summer. We're going to be doing a reading, and then after that we'll be doing a demonstration on how we can actually make a sign for the Black Lives Matter. We're going to give you my perspective of how I make a sign. You can either use construction paper or you can use any kind of creative thing you can find around your house, or if you want to use something outside as far as using chalk for the streets, the sidewalks, you may do so. This is not necessarily how everybody makes it, but I'm just going to make it using a board. That way we can show everybody exactly what my perspective is on how to make a sign, and then you guys can grasp the point of making the sign, and then we can actually get creative and make some wonderful things together. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the book. My name is Dede Camacho. I hope everybody's having a really great day. It's a little bit hot outside, so make sure you staying hydrated. So today we're going to be reading, as far as the Juneteenth goes for the month, we're going to be reading All Different Now. It's a book for the Juneteenth, the first day. It's the first day of freedom. It's by Angela Johnson and illustrated by E.B. Lewis. Here's the cover. So let's get started. A June morning breeze of the port blew the smell of the honeysuckle past the fields, across the yard. And into our room to wake us up. And nobody knew as we ate a little, talked a little, and headed to the fields as the sun was rising, that soon it will be all different. Then we worked, and worked some more, under the hot Texas sun. Until word spread the port, to town, through the countryside, and into the fields. That a Union general had read from the balcony that we were all now and forever free, and things would be all different now. Here's a picture of the balcony. They heard the big news. Here's everybody hearing the news. I watched as my Aunt Laura sang and she held her baby. Mr. Jake, who some say was 100, cried quietly. and a group of grown people bowed their heads and whispered things to each other I could not hear. My mama held my hand softly and looked beyond as another breeze blew over and everything fell to a hush. But later, Papa, Mama, and aunts and uncles and all of my cousins had an afternoon picnic by the water. My baby brother crawled around our blanket as we listened to the sounds of the waves. And as more people joined us, we ate as free people, laughed as free people, and told stories as free people. On into the night. What was before would be no more. As we walked back home, the cool of the night soothed our tired feet that padded quietly past the shadow fields of cotton. And in the morning, the smell of honeysuckle will wake me up again, besides my sister and brothers, to the time that will be for all of us. All different now. I'm going to read some of the author's notes. As a small child visiting my grandmother's home in Alabama, I used to gaze in rapture at a large sepia, photographed under a curved glass frame of all women in white, sitting patiently in a chair with a tall, serious-looking man standing beside her. They were my grandmother's parents, and they had been born slaves. At first, my great-grandparents were just long-gone strangers who watched me through time. With every preceding visit, though, I warmed to them and could not wait to curl up into my grandmother's Florence sweeten and stare back at them for hours. They were a mysterious but tangible proof to my young eyes that all I learned about slavery in books was a reality in my own family. Despite knowing a bit of my family's history, I never really thought of their moment of emancipation. For some, it did not come as early as it did for others. A number of states, including Texas, where my story is set, had not returned to the Union by January 1st of 1863. the date President Lincoln decreed the Emancipation Proclamation so that slaves in those states didn't know they had been declared free. It was not until 1865 that the proclamation was finally decreed in Clementon, Texas. Juneteenth, commemorated on June 19. It is the celebration of that event, with Texas widely believed to be the first state to observe it. Today, more than 40 states recognize Juneteenth in some way. I love to know how my great-grandfathers celebrated when they told they were free. But that tale has been lost to time, so I can hope that this one will do. Angela Johnson. So, are we still rolling? Okay. So, let me just really quick. We're going to move over. We have other books lined up. I think we should do the board based on time. Okay, so we're good. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do our little craft project. This is to encourage everybody to do it. We're also making sure that we have the supplies on time. You can get creative. You can use anything to make a sign. If you want to use chalk, you can go outside in the sidewalk and make your sign there. If you can go in, and if you want to post your sign outside your windows, or if you want to make your sign, take a picture and post it online, make sure to also tag the BRC and tag Drag Queen Story Hour El Paso. That way we can all see each other's signs. So if you want to follow me, I'm gonna show you my talent on how I make my sign. So we're just gonna go this way. Okay, so this is what I have for as my outline. I'm just gonna take a marker, pretend this is my sign that I'm gonna make. I made some flowers because I love flowers, and I also make sure that flowers bring a warmth of kindness and a place of good heart. I also want to make sure I want to outline my hashtag. So I have my hashtag, and I'm gonna write Black Lives Matter. I'm going to take my green, and I'm going to fill my flower. Fill the leaves. And I also want to touch up on the Black Lives Matter. I think this, the choice of words and the hashtag is important to me because it shows that I believe in the movement and I stand behind all my brothers and sisters, that we together as a team, I don't see color, I see need of help. And that's why Black Lives Matter is important to me. I think I have multiple, being from Chicago, I have multiple black friends and family members, and I do agree with the message. So I believe that it does matter whether you choose to make a sign for support or whether you chose to post your thoughts on Facebook. Being part of a movement can help and benefit the group to succeed. And to make sure to have that unity is very important also. So I do stand by the sign, and I think I'm going to also make sure I'm going to post this online. That way everybody can see it. And I would like to see everybody's signs as well, so make sure just to post them at the BRC and also post them on the El Paso Drag Queen Story Hour and tag us all, so that way we can all see your signs. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. Make sure to stay in touch with the BRC and the Drag Queen Story Hour El Paso to look into next month's Story Hour, and also to make sure to follow us. And I also want to make a shout out. I know it's a little late, but I want to shout out to Michael Barr, who is a great person, and he had just had a birthday. So I wish you happy birthday, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.